Question 3, Taki Utakiri.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. My question is to the Minister for Rail. Does he stand by his statement regarding the new Cook Strait ferries that it will be and can be rail-enabled? If so, is he confident that he can deliver them for less than the $551 million that was under contract with Hyundai Mipo Dockland?
The Right Honourable Winston Peters.
Well, I thank the member for that question, because with all the controversy going on about this issue, the facts after all this time are still not out there. The $551 million the member refers to relates solely to the cost of the 2 ferries contracted under the IREX project. It does not take into account the extra landside costs required to accommodate the ferries, which pushed the total cost of the project, according to Treasury, past $3 billion and potentially up to $4 billion. And we are very confident this government will deliver a safe, reliable and resilient service for much less than the previous government signed New Zealand up to. But go back to the point. 2 ferries were ordered. When the whole thing was over in terms of their contracting ability, the ferries were barely 20% of the total project. And which part of that did those guys up there miss?
A point of order.
Mr Speaker, this is a primary question. The Minister, I accept, has addressed the second leg, but he has not referenced whether or not he stands by the specific statement that is on notice.
Yeah, but if you look at the question, it's requiring a minister to speculate. And that's not something that a minister will often want to do or can do. So I think the answer that the minister gave is sets out some parameters. I think it's a reasonable answer. But
supplementary.
Yeah.
Well, Mr Speaker, with respect, he was referring to the part of the question that asked the minister if he stood by his statement. And that's not requesting that the minister speculate on anything. The minister made the statement this morning. He should be able to respond to that pretty clearly.
Well, that was the first part of it, and that would be something the minister can address. But the second part, is he confident he can deliver? Well, that's, give me a crystal ball. Would the minister like to respond to the first part? About
I thought, Mr Speaker, my answer is, it's surely axiomatic to get up and talk about the total project being $551 million is being wantonly, hopefully in this case, innocently misleading.
Disingenuous. I think just before we go into that, I think the issue is the first part of the question: does he stand by a statement regarding Cook Strait ferries that it will be and can be rail enabled?
Well, the reality is that we have said that all options are now on the table, but it goes on to say, is he confident that he can deliver them for less than $5.5 million? Well, if the total project was $5.5 million all up, landside ferries and all, then there was a question to be asked. But it was never that. It was $4 billion when we got there.
Can he guarantee that he will announce the actual procurement of new ferries in March next year?
The reality is we are working with all the speed we possibly can put behind this, so that sometime by the end of March or before, we're telling the public with great transparency what we're going to do.
Supplementary, can he guarantee that the new ferries will arrive in 2029, and how much more are Kiwi Rail having to spend to nurse the current Inter-Islander fleet along until new ferries arrive?
First of all, they are not nursing anything to do with the current fleet. They are going to be required to do their job with the utmost profession and not have the kind of thing that happened recently when it ran aground in the Sounds. That's when the member should have been asking those questions right back then. And what we're going to do is ensure that we can perhaps answer those questions well before, in terms of delivery, 2029 as a possibility.
Why did the Prime Minister, Christopher Luxon, say today that the government has a solution, but did not mention this solution yesterday at the government's announcement?
Judiciousness?
Well, for a start, I didn't hear the Prime Minister say that, and I'll check it out with him, because he may have meant that it's part of the all-up considerations. There is a solution in there, and that really is obvious as well.
So is the Prime Minister correct when he said today, but for right now, we've got a good solution, and if we can improve on it, great, and if not, we move forward with that solution? If not, why not?
Well, again, I have to confess that I did not hear the Prime Minister say that, and until I do, I will not confirm what I should make of it. other than to say the Prime Minister's in the best possible space at this point in time, because he has got the main solution, a united government that is setting out to correct a grievous fiscal wrong.
Has Cabinet already confirmed a preferred replacement option for the Cook Strait ferries? If so, what is it?
The answer to that question is no.
Supplementary.
Supplementary question, the Honourable Julianne Genter.
Will the total potential impact on the viability of our rail network in the South Island be taken into account when making the decision to go with rail-enabled ferries versus rail-capable ferries?
Yes.